6 signs you are addicted to chaos. Now, first and foremost, I want to make it very clear that every single one of us is addicted to some sort of emotion. Some of us are addicted to negative emotions and destructive emotions, and others of us are addicted to more positive and constructive emotions. However, every single one of us biologically has an addiction towards a certain or an array of emotions, and a majority of those come from childhood, what we're raised upon. When we're raised in a certain environment, we start to crave the emotions we felt in that space, and those emotions make us comfortable, so we seek those throughout life. When we do not do the intentional work of healing from within, we will oftentimes cling on to the negative emotions that we learned to seek as youngsters, as toddlers, as infants, as little babies. Therefore, it is our own responsibility to make sure that we are aware, we are self-aware of those very same emotions that we're looking for in different places and spaces in our life. And again, just to really consolidate this, just to really bring it together for you, if you're addicted to a negative emotion, let's say you're addicted to chaos, as we're going to speak on right now. Chaos is an umbrella term. Like, you might be addicted to low self-worth, the feelings of low self-worth, or, the feeling of rejection and abandonment, etc. When you're addicted to those emotions, if you are in a peaceful state, you will forever be seeking chaos in that peaceful state. You will forever be looking to deviate from that peace. You'll be looking to create chaos within the peace just so you can feel comfort, which is why a lot of people, when they find themselves finally in a peaceful relationship after they've been used to chaos their whole life, they look for ways to bring that old chaos back into the relationship that they're in right now. It's an addiction. It's an obsession. It is a craving for that thing that is comfortable, that is normal, but that is still unnatural. Like, just because it feels normal does not mean it's natural. Just because it feels good does not mean it's good for you. So let's get into 6 signs you truly are addicted to chaos. And again, there are many more than 6, but these 6 specifically, I believe, will draw a picture, draw an image for you, create a deep level of self-awareness, and we can start to do some work around this. Now, number 1 is peace makes you feel uncomfortable. So this one I already referred to. When you find yourself in peaceful situations, when you find yourself in situations where there is no drama or there are no trigger points necessarily, you find a way to bring that chaos you're used to into that situation. You feel as if, when you're in peace, it is boring. Like, a lot of individuals think, man, I got in this relationship and it was so boring, but in reality, you were actually in a peaceful situation. And so you look to bring those toxic elements into that relationship just so you can, quote unquote, feel something. So that's number 1. We're about to get into it today. Number 2 is you tolerate toxic individuals even when you know they are toxic. So when you are addicted to chaos, inherently you portray or demonstrate toxic behaviors yourself. Therefore, obviously you will attract you're going to attract other individuals who carry certain toxic traits themselves. Therefore, you will accept people coming into your life even if you know they're no good for you. You will accept those people coming in, stepping in your life, and doing basically whatever it is they want to do. And I find this a lot in intimate relationships, where somebody will allow somebody who is abusive into their life, knowing they're abusive, knowing that this person is no good for them, even though they have a desire for, something healthy, something that is stable, something that is sane. They will still cling onto the insanity because they are comfortable with it. They are used to it. It is an addiction, and therefore they are looking to get their fix in. Number 3 is stability feels like boredom. Now, this one is a lot like number 1. However, I do want to differentiate it in this thing of not just peace, which is an emotional state, but stability as far as, I got my the different compartments of my world put together, right? My finances are in order, my job or my career or my business is in order, my relationship is in order. When things are stable, they actually seem boring. Therefore, your addiction will have you self-sabotaging, let's say, my finances. Let me get myself into debt, my career. Let me start, slacking off or not doing the things I'm supposed to be doing in order to, continue to rise up and basically get fired from that job. My relationship, I'm no longer contributing in a positive, meaningful way, and therefore that's deteriorating. We start to look for ways to bring that chaotic spirit, that chaotic energy into the relationships, into the jobs, into the businesses, into the things that we're doing on a day-to-day basis, simply to get back to a space of a feeling of comfort. Number 4 is you find yourself going back to people you know are no good for you. Now, again, this is connected to number 2, which is allowing people into your space. But this one is going back to, so let's say you've come out of a toxic friendship and you know that friend is no good. You know that friend means you no good. They are selfish. They only care about satisfying and gratifying themselves and what they got going on. You're eating better. You're exercising. You're no longer drinking as much, or you're not drinking at all. You're doing things that are moving towards a better version of yourself. And yet for some reason, you keep bringing this person back into your life. This person that wants to be out all night. This person that wants to turn up. This person that wants to stay up till 3 a.m. and forget the gym. Like, you continue to find yourself back in a space where you are seeking relationship with that has far been removed from your life. God will remove people from your life, from your situation, from your circumstance, and you will look to crawl back in the underbelly of the earth and find them people just to bring them back into your life because you are addicted to that chaotic spirit. And so that is a telltale sign of this very real addiction. Number 5 is you watch drama channels or you consume drama-filled content more than any type of content. Now, this one's going to be controversial. This one's going to be triggering, and I hope it is. I hope you get a little bit offended when you hear this. If you're watching drama-filled content, drama-filled channels, you're on the Shade Room, you're watching Wendy, you're watching this, you're watching Housewives, whatever, there is some inkling of chaos within you that you are looking to fulfill. There is an inkling of a craving of that chaotic energy that you're looking to associate with. So let's say you've been cleansing, you've been digital detoxing, dopamine detoxing, you've been doing all these things, but you keep finding yourself going back into, that little dark hole where you're looking up channels on YouTube, channels that are full of drama, YouTubers fighting and this going on, that going on. You got, Blueface and whatever fighting this person. I know because I'm talking to myself here. I found myself looking for, the drama channels and just find, like, everything else in my life I had cleared up, right? Everything else in my life I'm finally getting in order. Boom, boom. I'm finally living out my purpose. Boom, going to the gym consistently, eating clean, beautiful relationship. Boom, boom, boom. And for some reason, I got that urge just to watch something chaotic. And we think that's normal. We think it's just entertainment. We think we're doing it because we just want to have some fun. But I would beg to question, why do you find chaos fun? Why do you find drama fun? Why do you find toxicity fun? That's not normal. That's not natural. There's nothing else in nature that says, let me go find some drama. So you are going against your very own nature, and there's a reason for that. And I would argue that the reason for that is the addiction to chaos. Now, number 6 is you say you hate drama, yet you always find yourself in it. Ooh wee! If there was a slogan for my history, for my past, it would be this one. I would always speak on how much I hated drama, and yet for some reason I always found myself right in the middle of it. Even if I was not the one who was perpetuating that drama, I was at least still in the vicinity of it. And you truly are the manifester of your own life experience, right? Whether you want to believe it or not, that is just how universal principle works. As you thinketh in your heart, as you thinketh in your mind, as you believe it, so are you. Therefore, if I am surrounded by drama, it means that there is drama within me. There is that chaotic energy and spirit that is still tied to my own belief system, my own story that I am telling myself on a day-to-day basis, unconsciously and consciously. Or most times, to be honest, is unconscious and autopilot. However, that doesn't take away from the fact that if I am surrounded by continuous dramas, there is a dramatic or drama-filled chaotic energy, chaotic spirit that I am entertaining. And it is only I who can be honest enough with myself to look at my circumstance and say, you know what, though I'm saying in word I hate drama, there is truly a part of me that is still addicted to that drama. Now, this isn't a full-blown video of how to take care of these 6 things or how to erase drama completely from your life, because there is a process of subconscious programming and reprogramming and changing your belief systems. But I will leave you with this, and most people like to say it's easier said than done. I don't believe it's easier. I just believe we put a lot of complexities on the execution because we like excuses and because it's easier to hold on to our limitations than to move towards the actual things necessary to change. But I will leave you with this. A belief system is nothing more than a repeated thought and an emotionalized thought. Therefore, when you repeat a thought time and time again, you start to believe in that thought. And when you believe in a thought, it starts to manifest itself in your life. Therefore, you take that as a reality. So if you're going to change a belief system, what would you do? I would say you change the thought, you emotionalize that thought, and you repeat the process time and time again until that becomes the belief system. So even when it comes to something that we've had since childhood, right? Something that we've held on to, something that was programmed into us from our infancy, something like this addiction to that chaotic energy, that chaotic spirit, there is still a way to reprogram the conscious and subconscious mind into being in a place of peace, into being in a place of a higher ideal. At the very, very least, no longer being addicted to drama is like every other addiction that you may cut out of your life, whether you're moving from brownies to broccoli or you're moving from the blunt to, I don't know what else, other analogy I'm trying to use, but you're trying to cut some things out your life. That's basically what I'm getting to here. So if you are in that process of changing a habit, it's always going to be the same formula. That means if you're removing that chaotic energy from your life or the obsession and the addiction to it, it's going to be the exact same formula. I have created content around that, but I do believe that this is something that needs a deeper and more introspective view. It needs coaching in most cases. It needs guidance in most cases. And it needs more than information, but true transformation, which is why I'm extending an olive branch right now. I want to guide you through this process and help you to develop those new habits, to not only get rid of and eradicate the addiction to chaos, but to truly move into a place and a space where you are living a life of true peace and you're benefiting from that peace in very real ways in your life. Therefore, I want to book a consultation call with you to make sure that I am, first of all, a fit for you, but you are also a fit for me, and we can truly walk this journey together. So make sure to click the link in the description below. Find a time on my calendar that's good for you, good for me. We're going to have our consultation call and see if we'll move forward from that space. I appreciate you for your time. If this was of value, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I love you. And yeah, it's time to get rid of that craziness. It's time to get rid of the foolishness. It really is. Like, it's really that simple.